humans! In this video, we're going to discuss the topic regarding man and scientific perspective, which focuses on the several body systems that compose the human body. Human beings are the most complex organism on this planet. Imagine billions of microscopic parts, each with its own identity, working together for the benefit of the total being. The human body is a single structure, but is made up of billions of smaller structures of four major kinds: cells, tissues, organs, and organ systems. There are 11 major organ systems that compose the human body. However, in this discussion, we will only tackle 5 body systems. First, skeletal system. The skeletal system is composed of bones, cartilages, ligaments, and other tissues that perform essential functions for the human body. The components of human skeleton are bones, cartilages, and joints. Bones provide the structure for our bodies and are made of connective tissues reinforced with calcium and specialized bone cells. There are 4 types of bones in the human body: long bones, which can be found in the arms and legs; short bones, which can be found in the fingers and toes; flat bones, which can be found in the skull and pelvis; and irregular bones, which can be found in the backbone and ears. The cartilages. Cartilage is an important structural component of the body. It is a firm tissue, but it's softer and much more flexible than bones. Joints. A joint is part of the body where 2 or more bones meet to allow movement. Now, let's move forward to the divisions of human skeleton. The 2 divisions are axial skeleton and appendicular skeleton. First, the axial skeleton. The axial skeleton forms the axis of human body. It is made up of 80 bones. It includes the bones in your skull, vertebral column, and rib cage. The skull has 2 sets of bones, 8 cranial bones and 14 facial bones. The vertebral column or spine includes 24 vertebrae plus the sacrum and coccyx or the tailbone. The thoracic cage or rib cage protects the heart, lungs, and other organs. The bones in the rib cage include sternum or the breastbone. Most people have 12 pairs of ribs.
Second, appendicular skeleton. Appendicular skeleton is the skeleton of appendages of human body. It consists of bones of pectoral or shoulder girdle, upper limbs, pelvic girdle, and lower limbs. The pectoral girdle, or also known as shoulder girdle, acts as the point of attachment of the upper limbs to the body. The shoulder girdle consists of the 2 bones that attach the upper limb to the thoracic wall: the scapula or shoulder blades, and clavicle or collar bone. The upper limbs, which contain 30 bones in 3 regions: the arm, wherein the humerus is located; the forearm, which consists of 2 bones, ulna and radius; and the hand, which includes the 8 bones of carpus or wrist, the 5 bones of the metacarpus or palm, and the 14 bones of the phalanges. Third, the pelvic girdle. Pelvic girdle refers to the 2 hip bones and serve as the attachment point for each lower limb. In adults, the hip bones are formed by the fusion of 3 pairs of bones: the ilium, ischium, and pubis. Lastly is the lower limbs. The lower limbs contains 30 bones. These are the femur, patella, tibia, fibula, tarsal bones, metatarsal bones, and phalanges. Let's proceed to the function of skeletal system. Skeletal system has numerous functions. First, bones protect internal organs from injury by covering or surrounding them. Second, yellow bone marrow stores fat in the form of adipose tissue. Third, red bone marrow is where the production of blood cells take place. Fourth, bones store calcium and release some into the bloodstream when it's needed by other parts of the body. Fifth, it facilitates movements. Bones facilitate movement by serving as points of attachment for your muscles. Sixth, it supports the body. The bones and cartilages of your skeletal system compose the scaffold that supports the rest of your body.
Muscular system. After we learned the relevant information regarding skeletal system, let us now discuss what muscular system is. But first, did you know that 200 muscles coordinate to lift your foot, move it ahead, and then set it down with each step you take? If not, now you know. The muscular system, which is made up of over 600 muscles, is responsible for thousands of bodily functions as it provides motor power for all movements. When we move, our brain controls our muscles in order to perform what we would like to do, and those muscles are called voluntary muscles. Now I have a question. Do you ask your heart to stop beating whenever you want to? Or do you ask digestive organs to process the food that you've eaten? Of course, the answer is no, because the muscles in our hearts and organs in the digestive system are involuntary muscles, which means the functioning cannot be controlled. More, there are three types of muscles: smooth and cardiac muscles. Of your total body. Posture, which means you control them with vessels and other food in the digestive system are exclusively found in human heart. The chamber of the heart. Aside from this, contracting and relaxing skeletal muscles. This way, organs. It also protects the bone joints.
Filled with lots of about the respiratory system. Respiratory muscles of human issues that helps a person breathe. Respiration means the more respiratory upper respiratory lower tree, including the alveoli. A respiratory system. Nose and mouth and passes the or larynx and the left and right tubes called bronchi. Within the lungs, the bronchi tubes called called alveoli. Dioxide actually carbon dioxide as the other function of carbon dioxide. Process called diffusion, lining the alveolar wall by the hemoglobin in red blood
system consists of from the term cardiac to the muscular organ by this organ through the circulatory system. The blood that is the body while transporting dioxide chambers, the right atrium, left atrium, the right ventricle, and the left ventricle. The epicardium, the myocardium, and the epicardium is a thin layer of serous and protect the outside of the heart. Is the is the heart and forming potentially deadly flow quickly and efficiently. All blood vessels contain a hollow area called the lumen, through which blood can flow. There are three types of blood vessels: arteries, which carry blood away from the heart; veins that carry blood back towards the heart; capillaries, which is the smallest blood vessels, connect the arteries and veins.
Third is the blood. This is a body fluid in the circulatory system of humans and other vertebrates that deliver necessary substances such as nutrients and oxygen to the cells and transport metabolic waste product away from those same cells. It is made up of red blood cells to carry oxygen. White blood cells are a part of immune system that protects your body from infection. Platelets, which are needed for clotting, and plasma is the liquid portion of the blood that makes up about 55% of the total blood volume that helps your body recover from injury, distribute nutrients, and many others. Now, let's move on the function of circulatory system. The circulatory system has several functions such as it transports blood throughout the body to keep organs, muscle, and tissues healthy, provides cells with nutrients, protects the body against disease and infection, removes the waste product of metabolism to the excretory organ for disposal, and helps regulate body temperature.
After the discussion of circulatory system, let us now talk about the nervous system. In a nutshell, nervous system is the command center of the human's body. It is the center of all mental activity including thought, learning, and memory. The nervous system is responsible for regulating and maintaining homeostasis. Also, it keeps us in touch with our environment, both external and internal. This system uses specialized cells called neurons to send signals or messages all over your body. Furthermore, the nervous system is divided into two: central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. The central nervous system includes brain and spinal cord, while the peripheral nervous system consists of many nerves that branch out from the central nervous system. Also, it is divided into two components: somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system. The somatic nervous system is a component of the peripheral nervous system associated with the voluntary control of the body movements by a use of skeletal muscles, while the autonomic system is responsible for regulating involuntary body functions such as heartbeat, blood flow, breathing, and digestion.
The nervous system has three components, namely brain, spinal cord, and nerves. First, the brain. The brain is the most complex part of the human body. This three-pound organ is the seat of intelligence, interpreter of the senses, initiator of the body movement, and controller of behavior in every process that regulates our body. Second, the spinal cord. The spinal cord is a major component of the central nervous system that runs from the base of the skull down to the center of the back. It is covered by three thin layers of protective tissue called membranes. The spinal cord and membranes are surrounded by the vertebrae or the backbone. It carries signal between the brain and the rest of the body. And the third component is nerves. Nerves are the organs that make up the peripheral nervous system. It consists of a cord-like structure with multiple nerve fibers, also called axon. These carry electrical impulses between our brain and the rest of our body. Simply, nerves are primarily involved in control and the coordination of all parts of the body, and nerve cells are also called neurons. With the description that nervous system is a command center of human's body, it signifies the main function of this system, which is it controls all body functions.
To summarize it all up, keep in mind that organ systems are the most complex of the component units of the human body. These are a group of organs that act together to carry out complex, interrelated functions, with each organ focusing on a subset of the task. Bear in mind that each of our organ systems are interconnected and dependent on each other. The nervous system is the major controlling, regulatory, and communicating system in the body. Neurons transmit signal and messages for other body systems to function. The skeletal and muscular system work together to allow movement. The circulatory and respiratory system work together to deliver oxygen, water, and nutrients to cells, and for excretion of carbon dioxide the cells produce. Let us remember that every organ system is important, and if one of them stops working, the entire body would collapse and be dysfunctional. Therefore, let us stay hydrated, eat nutritious foods, and exercise to keep our organs healthy. And that concludes our discussion for today's video. Let us remain active and be healthy.